So what are some of the pros and cons to transferring a business to the employees?
From a business standpoint, just strictly from a business standpoint, when the employees know that their work matters and that it can come back to them in some form, whether that be in a profit sharing, whether that be in a share ownership, but at some point their sweat equity is going to turn into some financial or material wealth, their behavior changes. You think of it as a rental car. I rent a lot of cars. I can't say that I beat on my rental cars, but I probably don't take care of my rental cars as much as I take care of my car. And it's an analogy we use all the time in the employee ownership world, and that is they take care of the business. Employee ownership changes the mentality of the business, which studies have shown in turn changes the profitability of the company, changes the longevity of the employees staying around. They don't leave as quickly. They're not as likely to be taken away from a competitor. So a lot of things that can be positive from the business growth side. The second pro, I would say, is when we think about the baby boomers and the silver tsunami, it gives the business owner an exit plan. I call it a dignified exit plan. A lot of business owners in that generation, they either started the business in their basement or their garage, or their father or their grandfather started it. But they have emotional attachment to this thing that they've done for 30, 40, 50 years of their life. And they can't imagine walking away from it and handing the keys to someone that they don't know. Now, the check will probably be really nice. I'm sure they think about that. But it's amazing how many of them you talk to that say, yeah, the check is nice, but it's more important to me to leave with my head held high. And employee ownership models that we work with really offer them that opportunity to do both, to receive a check and to kind of leave with their head held high. The cons that I hear from people that it's expensive and it's complicated to transfer ownership to your employees, and that is true. It is all of the forms of employee ownership, whether it be an employee stock ownership plan, ESOP, a worker cooperative, or an employee ownership trust. Those are complicated forms of ownership. The other side of that con is, are they more complex and expensive to do than selling to a third party or transferring to your son or daughter, or any other options that are out there? Are they more complicated? And it's hard to tell because most people don't go through both processes. Most people don't both sell to private equity for one company and transfer to their employees in another company. We have very few of those examples, but I would submit that it's not much more expensive or complicated than a different kind of sale.